Hey everybody, it's Mike over at Wilwood. So when you've got cars in your stable, meaning you've got cars that are here at your company and everybody's using them, inevitably things are gonna happen. And it's happened to me with this car. Everybody knows this car, it's the Wilwood Mustang. Well, it happened again a couple months ago. We've been driving the car with a little bit of damage it had on it, but we connected with the ROP group of guys here in Camarillo, California. The guys over at this, well, basically learning facility, they do younger kids in the daytime, and then in the evening, they're teaching old guys like me how to do body work. So we hooked up with them. That's one of the nice things about being in a community like we've been in for so long here in Camarillo, is that we kind of know everybody. And there's usually about 1 or 2 degrees of separation before we can find somebody that can help us out, and that's what we're going to do today. So we're gonna head on over to the airport, the Camarillo airport. That's where they're gonna work on our Wilwood Mustang and get this thing looking really good for us, because soon we've got some upgrades that we're gonna be doing to it. So let's get to it. So we're over at the Camarillo airport, and if anybody knows, this car used to do a lot of laps at the Camarillo autocross. So it's kind of funny, like rolling in and then making another right and making another right, and then seeing what you guys got going over in this part of where I've never been. So this is Devin. Devin is gonna explain to everybody what they do here, and it's basically teaching kids and teaching grown-ups how to do body work, right?
For sure. We teach adults at night, high schoolers during the day. You're gonna see them start showing up as we're talking here. I've been here for 14 years, and our whole goal is to train tomorrow's workforce. We train these kids here for 1 semester, in class, rigorous training. They learn how to weld, they learn how to do body work and paint. And then once they're done with first semester, they go on to second semester and they intern for the local businesses. I'm not sure if Wilwood's had interns before, but I feel like I've heard that in the past that you guys maybe have.
We do. In fact, we do in our engineering quite a bit, and then down in the machine shop.
Very cool.
Not so much in the sales or marketing areas, but we're constantly growing, so it's something that I'm always interested in.
Definitely. The kids are interning at this current moment, but they're going to be here today for what's called a pullback day. They come, bring in time cards, check in. We talk about how everything's going at the local businesses. If they have any concerns, any questions, they talk about all the successes. Let me know if they've been hired, things like that. So
awesome.
My idea of having you bring the car today was so they could see the car. They can maybe start helping me take some of the stuff apart. And then tonight at 7 o'clock, my adults get here.
Okay.
And I have adults that are trying to enter the workforce. These guys are getting high school credit. Adults they're getting credit, but they're really here for, trying to satisfy a job search.
Sure.
So they'll be the ones doing the heavy lifting with me. What they don't do, I will do, but I'll do it with the coaching. I'll bring them into the spray booth and show them all the techniques and how to blend out this Viper Red, all those cool things.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Little side note. So I grew up on my family's body shop in the San Fernando Valley. Whenever it comes to this type of stuff, I'm always intrigued because things have changed so much. So I'm looking forward to seeing what steps you guys take, how it turns out, which is going to be awesome.
For sure.
And the best thing about this is we are constantly talking about how we have to have younger people get into cars. So we're looking forward to working with you guys.
Yeah, definitely. The kids are really going to eat this up. And the company having such a large presence here in our county, I thought it's such a great idea for us to, team up and get this job done for you. I foresee it taking a couple weeks. The couple weeks is well worth it because, we're giving back to the community. You guys are giving back to the community, and that's where it's at.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. So everybody, you're gonna see how much better this thing looks after it's been with these guys for about a week or 2.
Well, we appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, awesome, man. Thank you.
Thank you. So why don't I take you guys around and show you a little tour?
Oh no, that'd be awesome. Let's do it.
So they build these little model cars. It starts as a drawing, and then they go from shaping and welding and grinding and all that good stuff. And then they get to paint them when they're done. They get to do all the fabrication all the way throughout. Pretty cool for kids that have never worked with tools before. They get to make these little model cars.
Even if they don't end up being in the automotive industry, it's just good to learn.
Definitely. And we have anything from, in my night class, like 18-year-olds, all the way up to, I've had guys in their 80s. So just, you know, enthusiasts that wants to tinker on their car to a kid that really just wants to get into the industry. So we have the adults that are returning time and time again just to work on their cars. And then we have the new learners. So I get help from the return guys because I'm only one and I have about 30 in my night class. So it's pretty busy. This side's packed and the side that we're just on is packed as well.
Wow.
And they're doing anything from like, you know, these little cars behind us to full like restoration style jobs. So it's pretty cool, pretty fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Even guys that are here for their first time, once they get like a feel for something, they see somebody come in new, they'll take them under their wing. Obviously, when I'm free and I have the time, I'll help all of them out when I can. But it's good to see the others kind of paying it forward, and I think it helps their learning as well. If they can explain it to somebody, then that just takes their level up even higher. The automotive is a great industry, you know, and they're realizing that there's a lot of jobs that are available, so somebody's got to take them.
Even the modern cars need to be worked on.
Yep.
Thank you so much for giving us a tour. It really is awesome because all these kids, all of them are totally into cars, and that you're kind of working with them to look for a job in this industry. That's what this is all about.
Definitely, that's what we're preaching. We're preaching a dying industry. We need workers. We need people to fill those positions of the older guys that are starting to retire.
Yeah.
There's a large age gap between the old guys that are still hanging on and the new guys. There's a big age gap.
Don't remind me.
Hey, I'm chasing you down. But I appreciate you guys coming. This is going to be a really cool opportunity. I hope you guys like what you saw, and we'll have that car looking real nice.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. So a couple weeks from now, we're going to let everybody see how it turns out, and we know it's going to be awesome. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
I'm pretty stoked on that. Wow, you guys, you killed it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The whole entire car, I don't think I've seen it this clean in like a long time. And I've cleaned this car a lot before.
Little elbow grease.
Oh,
Goes
man.
a long way. So basically what we did on the front end was with the new header panel, you're gonna notice it's a little different than the old one. So there used to be a flange that came up and it was cut in multiple places on the old one. So we had to cut back the flange and trim it multiple times. So this piece came on and off about 20 times trying to get it just right.
The thing that I'm super stoked is how clean the seams came out.
For sure.
Wow.
You know, working for who I work for, they gotta be perfect. So
yeah.
I'm used to that, so.
Wow, and the opening is a little bit different than it was before too, and this looks way cleaner.
Yeah, this was up over it on the old one.
Yeah.
But as you see, the fitment, it needed to be where it is.
Yeah, no, this is so much cleaner than the other one was.
Yeah, definitely cleaned it up. We had to drill new holes for the blinker lights. That took some measuring and adjustment to get those just right. The fenders are just done partial. They're done to this body line here, and there's a blend in this area that 99% of people will never see. And the reason I did it that way was because when we pulled off the PPF that was here, it actually pulled the paint. So I did not want to take this one off and risk clearing the whole way.
Yeah.
So there is a slight blend there, but I see nothing. Even in the fluorescent lighting, I don't see the blend at all.
Wow, these seams are so much nicer than they were. And it looks like the panel's finished now. Oh.
And when you brought it in here, you had the piece off, so you saw what the flanges on the fenders look like.
Yeah.
We actually had to build those from nothing. There was nothing there. So Shane, the young man over there, he helped me. We actually had some 65 Mustang fenders on our side yard over there. I cut the flange off and
Copied it.
I fiberglassed it in there.
Damn.
So it's actually stronger than it was. So that also gave us a good guide as to where the holes should have been for the original header panel.
Hey Shane, come here. Dude, you killed it. Came out really good. Yeah, super stoked.
He actually has a 65 Mustang himself that he's building, and he was with me the whole way, so kudos to him. But yeah, this is it was a fun project. I'm glad to help you guys out, get some exposure for the school.
Yeah.
I think it's great for us.
Well, and what we want to also do is set up a time, see if we can have you guys come over and go for a tour of Wilwood.
That would be amazing.
Because a lot of people come to Wilwood and they don't realize how much is going on. And it's really good because you're trying to get into this marketplace, you know, into the automotive aftermarket. And by seeing it, there's so many other jobs other than just working on cars, you know? So yeah, that'd be really cool.
Most definitely. Yeah, I think the kids would love that.
Right.
But yeah, otherwise, she's all yours.
Well, we've got some events scheduled this summer. Since we've been posting stuff on it, people have been asking me like, where's it gonna be next? So now I guess I gotta get the thing out and get it to a few shows.
For sure.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Shane.
Of course.